When you arrive here, the first thing you notice is the quiet. Not silence, but a kind of calm that feels deeper than sound. The air is fresh, clean, sometimes cold enough to make you stop and breathe it in. And all around you, nature. Big open landscapes, sharp mountains, deep water, endless sky. You don't need to go far to feel it. Even a short drive out of the towns takes you into another world. Roads curve gently through the hills. Sometimes you see a person walking or cycling, but often it's just you and the landscape. You might pass a waterfall without anyone around, or spot a wild animal, standing still, almost blending in. It's the kind of place that doesn't rush you. Everything moves at its own pace here. The wind, the light, the seasons. And somehow, you start to match that rhythm. This is Norway, a country that feels open, grounded, and real. Out here, the landscape feels bigger than usual. Mountains rise on both sides, tall, sharp, and still covered in snow, even in summer. Water cuts through them, calm and mirror-like, stretching far into the distance. Roads follow the edge of the land. They curve gently, rising and falling with the hills. No rush, no traffic. Sometimes you go minutes without seeing another car, and when you do, it's usually someone just as quiet as you. Every turn shows you something new. A stretch of forest, a rock face lit by sunlight, a herd of animals grazing freely. You might stop the car, not because you planned to, but because you had to. There's something in the view that makes you pause. Even the weather changes slowly here. One moment, clouds drift low between the cliffs. The next, sunlight breaks through and warms the grass. And when the wind passes through the trees, it sounds like the whole valley is breathing. You don't need a destination in places like this, just the road, the view, and time. Getting around in a place like this feels different. The landscape sets the pace, and everything moves a little slower. Out on the water, cruise ships drift through narrow channels, surrounded by tall cliffs, scattered trees, and reflections that barely ripple. It's less like transportation, and more like being carried quietly through a painting. Along the way, seabirds appear, gliding just above the surface, or landing on rocky outcrops. Sometimes you spot puffins, small and colorful, with a kind of nervous energy. They don't stay still for long, but for a few seconds, you get a good look. In the colder regions, the sound changes completely. A team of sled dogs moves across frozen ground. No engine, just paws on snow and the breath of working animals in the cold air. It's fast, focused, and quiet in its own way. However you travel, by boat, by road, or even by trail, the journey becomes part of the story, and the land seems to shape how you move through it. Along the coast, where the land meets the cold sea, life continues quietly. Whales, walrus, seals, puffins. Some are easy to miss, others impossible to ignore. Their world is shaped by water, stone, and weather, and they've lived with it far longer than we have. Out here, the animals are part of the landscape. Not visitors, but the ones who've always belonged. There's a rhythm to it, not always visible, but always there. A kind of stillness, even in movement. And sometimes, without expecting it, you see something and realize how quiet the world can be when you're just watching. Some parts of the journey are simple. Just open land, forests, water, and the feeling of space all around you. Waterfalls appear between the trees, steady and clear. They've been here a long time, part of the rhythm of the land. A train passes through, following curves in the hills, moving quietly through valleys and open ground. Scattered houses come into view, resting near the water or tucked between trees, built close to nature, not apart from it. Here, nothing feels out of place. Roads, rivers, homes, and hills all moving in the same direction. The waterfalls are never in a hurry. They just keep moving, from high cliffs to deep valleys, through stone and moss and time. Each one sounds a little different, but they all say the same thing. Nature keeps going, whether anyone's watching or not. At night, everything feels even quieter. The light fades, the air gets colder, and the landscape takes on a different kind of stillness. In the distance, a few lights glow, from windows, roads, maybe a small village tucked into the hills. The sky opens up, wide and clear. Stars appear slowly, then more. Sometimes you stop just to look at how many there are, and on some nights, not every night, the sky shifts. A soft movement, color, light, something you don't expect. The kind of moment you don't plan for, you just happen to be there when it arrives. Night doesn't feel empty here. It feels full of space, of air, of quiet things still happening in the dark. Some places don't need to say much. You just feel something when you're there. The quiet, the space, the way everything seems connected. Land, sky, light, and time. Even after you leave, it stays with you, not as a single moment, but as a feeling that's hard to explain. Simple, calm, real. And maybe that's what makes this place different. You don't just visit it. For a little while, you live inside it.